Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing good. Today we are going to talk about why it's not a good idea for students, college students to be in live-in relations. Live-in relations, it's a new type of adjustment I would say which is coming up where two persons in romantic relations, maybe both are unmarried or one married and the other one unmarried, or maybe they belong to the same gender, they decide to move in an accommodation under one roof. They live together without marriage. In fact, they are not yet committed to the marriage. What is happening in the society is that, of course, the age for romance is coming down. Even in the schools, I see students having romantic relations, but in the schools they are under the they are little bit under the supervision of their parents. So, and they are not adults also, but when they come to colleges they are adults and they shift to from their homes to different places where they decide to study, and there in the colleges, if they get accommodation in the hostel, university hostel, still there are some regulations. But if they opt for a PG, that is a paying accommodation where they have all sort of freedom, many of the students, they are opting for live-in with the one whom they get along very well. So live-in, this type of arrangement, this type of live-in, it solves a lot of their problems, like to de-stress themselves, to feel good, and like homesickness or grades or any other day-to-day problem which they have not been able to solve earlier. They have a partner with whom they can share it every time. But of course, it has its negatives also. So here I am just highlighting 4-5 negatives which I could think of at this stage if during the college you decide to be in a live-in relation with your romantic partner. The first one which I like to say is that when you come to college, it's an age of exploration. You have not explored much this world. You have come out of your homes, you are enjoying your freedom, and when you are enjoying your freedom, you need to explore it well, meaning if you're tied up with one person, your outlook to the world would be different. So it is always a good space when you explore on your own, understand the problems, meaning your idea of coming from homes, one good thing which was going to happen was from being dependent on your family to take your decisions or any other things, you wanted to be independent. So, but when you move in a live-in relation, you don't develop that personality. You don't go independent. You have hardly figured out that how do you decide for your meals, how are you going to organize your dresses and everything. So that way, you have not explored the world fully. The second disadvantage or second negative thing which happens when you decide to move in with some partner is that you have not yet figured out what you want to become in life, and even if you have something in your mind, you are not yet sure how you are going to achieve that. So there's too much of influence. If your parents are not here and you have this influence of someone else who is going to bias your decisions, and your decisions may not be, meaning you might regret it later. So I think it's a good idea to have a space of your own and be open to all others rather than sticking to one place, and decide and set a goal for yourself. Third thing which I feel that is quite important when you are in a college and when you go for this type of live-in relationship is that you get a tag over yourself, and the tag over yourself meaning again you are not open to many friends, many situations, and you don't learn how to handle those. Another thing is that you might get distracted, is in a way that you have come here for studies, basically you chose one course and you have not yet fully explored that course, you have not given full attention to that course, and you got involved in this. So meaning you have not decided your path, and you might be distracted before your path is decided. Another thing which I feel is important is that your parents, in India it doesn't happen that the children are self-financing. Mostly it's their parents who are, it's their hard-earned money which they are spending on all of you, and they want you to perform well, be independent and self-sustaining. So rather than going for these things, it would be a sort of mistrust to your parents also. Meaning you should first stand on your own and then fall in this type, even if they are not committed, but certainly they are diverting you from your path. So these type of few things must be kept in mind, and I think it's a better idea to give yourself full exposure independently of partying, of dating, of organizing yourself, deciding about your own dreams and setting up a path how you are going to achieve these dreams. Then I think you will be a better person, because if you check it thoroughly, when you come to the college, physically how you look, emotionally how you behave, and psychologically how strong you are, and when you leave the college you are an entirely different person. So to setting or to deciding some commitments in your personal life, I think it's a good idea to keep yourself independent, free of any such commitments and any movements imposed in these PG accommodations, where you have this adjustment of convenience, where you can conveniently settle with each other and pass your time. Value your time and be the best version of yourself. Decide your path. So I wish you all the best and success, and decide for yourself what you want to be in life. Thank you.